I don't appreciate civil ruling because it's rubbish. I appreciate military ruling. It's only a military who will go into power and destroy his peoples who don't know how he became a military, or who is not even a good military. A military general, lieutenant can never become a president in your country and that country become the last country. It is impossible. I support the military ruling and I will not hide it. Why? Because militaries, when they become a president in your country, they were not chosen by the West. But every other African leader, civil rulers, democratic rulers in Africa are chosen by the Westerners. They were not chosen by we the Africans. Bola Tinubu was not chosen by Nigerians. Gambian president was not chosen by Gambians. Senegalese president was not chosen by Senegalese. Akufo-Addo was not chosen by Ghanaians. This is what you have to understand. But Mali, Assimi Goïta, was he chosen by Westerners? No, we all know he was chosen by people's choice. But before he came to power, there was Ibrahima ruling Mali. A civil ruler, democratic ruler. Who chose him? The West. France chose him for Mali. But when Assimi Goïta came to rule, who chose Assimi Goïta? Is it West? No. Burkina Ibrahim Traoré, who chose him? Is it West? No. Abdurrahman in Niger, who chose him? The West is trying everything to do today to fight him down. Because they were not the one who chose him. And they know if any leader, anybody become a leader and they don't choose that person, means they cannot steal from that country. What all the West want is any country that is going to choose leader, they should be the one to choose for that country. Not that country. And how many African countries have choose leader for European countries? How many African countries? How many of you, the Africans, have chosen leaders for Europeans or Americans or UK? You can never choose even a prime minister for them. You can never choose even a minister for them. You can never choose even just a local police for them. But they are choosing a president for you, choosing ministers for you, choosing governors for you. In your own country. Someone is from his own planet, came to your planet to choose who should rule you. And you know perfectly that that person who is choosing leader for you is your enemy. Never want to see you progressing. Do you think he will choose a leader that will help you? He will always choose a leader that will destroy you more. Because he always want to see you in poverty, in hunger. That is West. West always want to see Africa in hunger, in poverty. They emphasize the poverty of Africa, describe the poverty of Africans to their peoples. Came to Europe here. I live in Europe. I know how they use Africa, the poverty of Africa. They go to Africa, the poor places in Africa, where we have one small village in somewhere where water didn't get there, they don't have water. They go there and take pictures of those hungry peoples. Or where we have war. They go there and take some pictures of those people and bring it to Europe here and started publicity it on their media. Say we are opening project because you see these children in Africa, they are poor, they don't have food, so we are making a project for them. They make money on top of your poor peoples in Africa. And they sit here and eat the money because they are European citizens. They go to Africa, take those pictures and bring it and pretend that they want to open a project or help those poor peoples in Africa. Use their images, the poor people's images from Africa. They use it in Europe here and build a factory. Don't you know? They use the poor people's pictures from Africa and use it in Europe here and build a company and become rich overnight. But I know that tribe is something that was brought by the Westerners to separate Africans, to make Africans to look each other as different peoples. Why we are not different? There is no difference between you and me, my brother. Before they will bring the name of Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea-Bissau, before that name will come, my brother, you and me, our great-grandfathers were into each other. They were borrowing from each other. They were moving each other. They were speaking one language. Go and read the history if you don't know the history of Africa. So because of these Western colonizer languages they brought to Africa and the colonizer country name they brought to Africa, that make you to see people as you are better than your fellow African. But you never see yourself as you are better than Westerners. And those are the people who you should show them that you are better than them, but you are showing your fellow African that you are better than them due to the tribalism in your brain. Can you imagine yourself? Sit and listen to yourself. As a real black African, you will never do that. But because the tribalism is into you so much, you will never stand in front of a white man and show white man that I am better than you. And those are the people you should tell them that you are better than them. You are educated than them, you are intelligent than them, because that is the fact. But those are the people who belittle you today, call you fool, call you criminal, call you illiterate, because you are black man. And you are there sitting in Africa fighting against your fellow black tribe because of tribalism. People who have sense understand my journey of the familism that I want to bring in Africa. Because when I see you as a Ghanaian, as my brother, and you see me as your brother, look, family is building. When we started to see each other as brothers, family is building between us, and we are building a strongest relationship. Before Africa will start building a relationship between Africa and Europe, or between Africa and America, I think we have to build strongest relationship between African countries, because we don't have strongest relationship between African countries. Ghana, Nigeria, there is no strongest relationship, and that should be more strongest relationship. The strongest relationship between Nigeria and Western world, that is not the same strongest relationship they have between Nigeria and Ghana. Between Senegal and Gambia, that is not the same strongest relationship we have. Between Senegal and Mali, that is not the same strongest relationship we have. But African countries have strongest relationship with Western world than their own fellow African countries. And those are the things we want to get out from people's mind. That's why we are trying to get out tribes and get out these colonizer country names like Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, Senegal, Mali. These are things that we don't want to hear in Africa. In this way, when people mentality based on oneness and unity, we are going to see each other as brothers. But as far as that is not happening, how can we get freedom? Go to my country, you meet Nigerians there. Come on, go to Gambia. Nigerians are the most intelligent peoples. We see them as the most intelligent peoples. Come on, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Nigerians, they get that title and nobody can take that title from them. Go to Gambia. You see Nigerians there, you see Sierra Leoneans there, living in Gambia like one family. This is what I know, and this is how I teach my peoples to be united. Go to Gambia. There are Sierra Leoneans who watch me who are basically staying in Gambia right now. There are Nigerians who watch me who are basically staying in Gambia right now. Ask them about Gambia. Is there any tribalism? Do we see them as, no, they are from Nigeria, they cannot live in our country like citizens? Go and ask them. They have the same right that we have. The same right that we have. When they go to Gambia, they have right the same way I, Pandi, have right. I am not more than them, because we are all African. I am not more than them in my country. If they are not even more than me when it came to law. Do you know? In Gambia, if strangers are not even more than me as a Gambian citizen. Do you know that? Do you know what we think? Is that stranger leave his family. He don't have brother, he don't have father, he don't have no family in Gambia. And when he came to Gambia, I who have my family and my everything, my brothers, my sisters in Gambia, and I try to show him that he is not from Gambia, then I should be locked up directly. That's what we do in Gambia. As a Gambian citizen, you trample with a citizen, with a foreigner, because he is not from that country. We deal with you because we saw that stranger as he don't have no family. So you are trying to fight him or trying to go against him because he don't have no family. My brother, this is what I teach. This is what I learn, and this is what I know about freedom, liberation, and unity of Africa. If I see a Ghanaian who speak about Gambia, and speak about Gambia, and I know something he is saying that is fact, I will appreciate him, but not to tell him that you are from Ghana, you don't have the right to speak about Gambia. No, you have the right to speak about Gambia. Since you are a black African like Gambians, you have the right to fight for them. You have the right to speak for them. If you can speak for Ghana, then you have the right to speak for Nigeria. If you can speak for Nigeria, you have the right to speak for Gambians. If you can speak for Gambians, you have the right, as a freedom fighter or as a social media analyst, you have the right to speak for any other African country. If you believe in the unity. I can do it to sit and not to talk about any African country, but to focus on my country, to talk about only my country. I will not even speak English. Do you think I don't have a language to speak? I have a mother tongue to speak. I abandon it. Because I believe when I speak my own mother tongue, Sierra Leoneans will not hear what I'm saying. Ghanaians will not hear what I'm saying. Nigerians will not hear what I'm saying. Malians will not hear what I'm saying. Senegalese will not hear what I'm saying. Everyone will not hear what I'm saying. Only my tribe will understand what I'm saying. I abandon it because it's not only my tribe that I am fighting for. I am fighting for the whole Africa. And for the whole Africa, I see that the only language that I know how to speak is English, little bit. So it's better I use that English to communicate with more countries, to be able to bring awareness to more countries. That's why I choose English. I stop speaking about my own language. If a Nigerian commit a crime in Europe, what do they say? Black people commit a crime. Black people are criminals. They didn't say Nigerians. They call black. So that's black is what you have to look. Forget about that country name. Forget about the tribe you're from. Look the color. Because when you as a Nigerian or Ghanaian or Gambian commit a crime, a particular single Gambian commit a crime, they will not say a Gambian commit a crime, but they will say an African committed a crime. What is that showing you? That means they included Ghanaians, Nigerians, because of one Gambian commit a crime. They will include the whole Africa because he's black, and they will include all blacks. Why can't you use that same black they are using to destroy you? Use that same black color to stop the differentiation between you and your brothers in Africa. But many people believe in tribalism, and it's very wrong when you believe in tribalism. It's very, very wrong when you believe that you are from this tribe, so your tribe is better than this tribe. This tribe is trying to look down on you. No. When another tribe is trying to look down on you, bring it to their notice that what they are doing is tribalism and they should stop it because you are all the same. Teach them how to stop it. Don't use the same tribalism they are using on you. Use it against them, then you all become tribalists. And it can never stop. When some tribe is looking down on your tribe, come out, bring it to their notice, bring awareness to them. Look, we are all one Africans. Look, when you people hate us as our brothers, tell me, is another white or Indians going to appreciate us? So we need to forget about the tribe. We are all the same. When there is a mistake, let's sit together and talk about it and settle the problem. Instead of bringing us, you people are better. Bring it to their notice. Teach them how to remove that mentality, tribalism mentality from their brains. Teach them. That's why they said two wrong can never make one right. It's not possible, because when your brother is wrong using tribalism on you, and you also wrong using tribalism back at him, then that tribalism will never stop. Do you want to stop it? No, you don't want to stop it. You are rather growing the tribalism in the brain, but you are not reducing it. So when your brother uses tribalism on you, tell him, hey, look, bro, I'm not into tribes. And I don't have the energy for tribes. You are my brother. When I offended you, tell me you offended me. And I will say, sorry. Tribe, I'm not into it. That's what I believe in. And that's what I always keep on believing. And that's how my parents teach me. They don't teach me how to love